and I congratulate the honourable gentleman for North Norfolk as well on securing this debate. My constituency has a magnificent coastline as well as some of the precious chalk streams that our country is lucky to have, and we face significant flood challenges that need to be addressed. Sadly, with the record-breaking rainfall that we've had in many villages, homes, gardens, streets and businesses across northwest Norfolk felt the awful impact that flooding can have. Last winter, I helped many constituents in the Burnhams, the Creeks, Pot Row, Roydon, Grimston and many other villages, and the high water levels and the groundwater levels mean that that risk is here once again. And to deal with that problem needs better coordination. As we've heard, Norfolk County Council is the lead local flood authority, but it can't direct anyone. It doesn't have the funding. It can't even require people to cooperate with it or deal with the culverts and the riparian issues that my honourable friend from Mid-Norfolk's touched out. That means even when they've got the equipment and ready to step in to do the maintenance work, they can't for legal reasons. So that's why I supported the creation of the Norfolk Strategic Flood Alliance, which is doing good work. And as well, I've helped to get multi-agency groups set up to deal with some of the issues in the villages that I've named as well. And that's seen investment in dealing with some of the infiltration and inundation that causes the flooding and the unpleasant consequences. So we need more investment, more of that, to deal with those issues, to improve pumping station capacity and other improvements. And there is need for far greater clarity. That's why I strongly support the bill my right honourable friend is bringing forward imminently. Second, we need to make better use of local knowledge. When I go out with constituents, they understand the way that the rivers and the flows go together, and that can be useful, very helpful, particularly when the Environment Agency don't have many people who are actually on the ground or understand the catchment. So that's something that can be tapped in more broadly. An area that hasn't really been touched on is we need to improve the welfare support when things go wrong. I've been to the homes of elderly and vulnerable constituents who've been unable to use their toilets, their sinks, their showers for many number of weeks, and all they've been offered is a portaloo at most. That's completely unacceptable. There needs to be far better coordination with that. My constituents don't really care who's responsible. They want people to take responsibility. And again, the Norfolk Strategic Flood Alliance has put together a working group to look at that, but obviously that's an issue that can be dealt with across the country. Finally, I want to touch on the importance of coastal flood defences, particularly in my constituency between Snettisham and Heacham, which is made up of a natural shingle bank and stretches of concrete defences. The Environment Agency has begun a review of the East Coast Wash Management Plan, which is there to protect the properties, the holiday homes and the agricultural land, which is very important. I recently met with the Environment Agency because there is concern locally that they say that they don't need to do the periodic recharging project, and if they did need to do it, then they wouldn't have the funding or the technical capability to do that. We cannot accept a managed decline in this area. We need to hold the line. That should be common cause. So there needs to be funding and support for that shoreline management plan for 2025 and beyond. To conclude, these issues are about working together fundamentally. In the inaugural Flooding and Drought Summit in January, my honourable friend has referred to, provides a forum to do that. I very much hope the Minister will accept the invitation that I believe has been extended to her to come in here, to hear about Norfolk and the plans we have to solve these problems.